What were the connotations of the face mask in your country before the coronavirus pandemic? How did these connotations change over the course of the pandemic, and what are they now? Well, before the pandemic began, in Germany at least, I think the face mask had, broadly speaking, two very different connotations. One was that it signified that you were in a hospital, that some serious operation maybe was going on. So I can only say that the only time before the pandemic that I ever wore a face mask was when one of my sons was born and my wife had to have a cesarean section. And when we went into surgery, I had to put on a face mask, of course. So that was one place where you would encounter these masks regularly. The other place where you might encounter them was at train stations or airports. And there they were usually worn by Asian people, because in Asian culture, the idea of not spreading your infection, of trying to protect others, was far more widely spread even before the pandemic. So you could say that another connotation of the face mask before the pandemic, from a German point of view, was Asianness. It kind of signified people coming from that cultural background. When the pandemic began, this all changed, of course. Remember, in the very beginning, there were mixed messages about masks. Then at some point it emerged that wearing masks was actually useful, but it wasn't really the rule yet. And the people who wore them kind of signified that they were being extra careful and also attentive to the needs of others. Then, of course, when it became obligatory to wear masks in most public places, especially inside, wearing masks signified that you were playing by the rules, that you were taking the pandemic seriously, just as a refusal to wear masks signified that you questioned the official narrative about the pandemic, that you were in a counter discourse that challenged the official truth that something really dangerous was happening. Towards the end of the pandemic, when people became more and more relaxed, the connotation of the mask, I would say, changed once again, because the people who continued wearing masks and who are still continuing to wear them even today, now that the pandemic is officially over, still signify that they are extra careful, that they might be more skeptical about the virus than what even the experts are saying. So a lot of change has happened there.